your contract for your team. So because of all the rep underneath, when it comes up at the end and you see all those different coloured bars for your team and your other teams, that's who you can then talk to, really. I had it recently to... I pressed the personalise button and it went from, say, 7 laps down to 6 laps for my first pit stop. And I thought, sweet, I'm going to do that, get the undercut. Problem is, it put me back into a battle pack further down the field, and that lost me quite a bit of time. And from then, I was trying to struggle and catch up. And that's where it hits, I think, Sirotkin in a Williams, and kind of ended my race. So this time around, those laps are the same. So we're going to pit lap 7 and then lap 18. There's no rain. But that being said, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you guys and girls enjoy it. Chat all you like. It's not going to come up and distract me, so I'll try and manage myself and not crash while I read the chat as well.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good.
Stay inside, don't do a real man. Number 1, got to get off the line cleanly. Alright, the start of the race is the most nervous part. Alright, clutch in, a little bit of revs. Just drop the lights a little bit. Away we go. So we might be safe, don't look back. Oh, a little touch. And we might get first. We do. Now, full fuel. What I've got to remember, tell myself is full fuel is going to affect our braking and also our handling. So I made a spot. Oh shit. And then I might have almost lost the spot. Turn that down, do a little bit of saving now. It's going to be hard for him to pass me around this little twisty section. So, heavy fuel. Shit. Heavy fuel, heavy car. A little bit extra on cornering and then also the braking. So I think I've got the, oh shit, a little bit late there. I think I've got the AI set to, I think it's 102 maybe, as well, if anyone's wondering. I think it's set to 102, the AI difficulty. Full race update. Okay, so once I get these tyres warmed up, which is what they're getting now, it is starting to feel a lot better through those corners. So it was pretty cold off. Shit, again, a little bit too late on the brakes there. So we've got the two Mercedes. They jumped our teammate Carlos, and Carlos is looking like a chicane back there on that mini map. Not a chicane, like a cork in the bottle. Okay, so pit lap 7 is what we're going to do. Check out the tyres. Oh, a little lift there, just was going to push me a little bit too wide. Make sure I don't cut this. Alright, let's talk you through a lap of braking markers. So coming up on the top right hand side, you've got the little black box there. Just before that, we've got a bit of fuel. Turn it in. Could have done another metre or two later. not really braking markers around here, but follow this around, try and get a nice inside hug there. And again, on each of these, keep it 6th, turn it out a little bit, 2-stage corner, come back in, top right again, missed it, back down to 4th. Just try and turn this in, not too much speed. You can take a lot of curb on the inside there and a lot on the outside. Catch that inside curb now just before the 50 metres, so in between the 50 and the 100. Still need to go a little bit earlier. The car behind is going to have DRS. And what we're going to do is try and look for that 50 metre board about 10 metres before the 50 metre board. Turn her in. No braking marker just here, just do it by feel. And if I go too long, drop it back down to 2nd. If not, keep it in 3rd. Squeeze that throttle. Just now, when you see the apex of that left-hand side corner, just as you come into it, this corner is full flat. Just got to try and pick the 2nd apex right there for your turning point, and then you're fine. Don't do it too early. Right-hand side, little black box there again. It's a judge, you know, little a guide. Same thing, left-hand side. They're the braking markers that I've got for this track. That was too late. Just. So we've got good engine power. Surprisingly for a Renault, we do have a lot of development in our engine, so therefore we've got a lot of pace on the straights to keep even the Mercedes behind us. Tyres are still feeling pretty good. I haven't started to slide too much just yet, and we got a little gap between us and Hamilton right now. But there's us and the 2 Mercedes which are pulling away from the rest of the field. So one of the Force Indias has got our teammate. It's not good. Daniel Ricciardo out of the race. That is not good either. He was 2nd in the championship. Now he is most likely going to fall down even further, which is shit for me because fellow Aussie, it would be nice to have him up the top there with me. I am noticing that little proximity arrow grows sometimes through those corners, so I know Hamilton is still there. He's definitely still there. Alright, so at some point in the race, not now, but at some point in the race, what I normally do is call for a race prediction finish, so where you predict that I will finish. Normally it's around half race distance or after 1st or 2nd pit stop, so therefore you get a pretty good judge on where we are overall in the pace and if we get caught up in any sort of lap traffic sort of stuff. So have a little think about where I'll finish and see who can get closest to the mark there. Last race was, I think, outside the points, outside the top 10, so yeah, we qualified on pole. We had a 5 grid place penalty at Japan. How close is that car? We have to start doing a little bit of DRS management at the moment. Let's drop it back down. We need to save that up for the straights. There's quite a bit of harvesting from this track as well. You can see on the steering wheel the yellow bar there is how much braking and harvesting is going on to refill that battery. There's other tracks, I think, like Spielberg, so Austria, which has very little harvesting because you're not on the brakes as heavy as you are here. Try and stick to the right hand side. And just missed that apex on the left. I think he's pretty close now. I think Hamilton is not too far away from us. This is where we've got to use a bit more fuel, try and stay ahead of him. So it's pretty good, even with the DRS. That Mercedes at the moment can't get past us on the straight. So we've got low wings, 5 and 5, which is good on the top speed. Not too good on the twisty parts here. And our engine is pretty good actually. That's a bit wide. Now I wonder how close he'll get from the main straight, because it's not that long. Alright, box this time. Teammates in the pits now. Both Mercedes are out. They're still out, not one of them is in the pits at the moment, which is weird. Do they have less tyre wear maybe? One thing I could do is try and back Hamilton up to his teammate Bottas, but I really just want to try and skip away as fast as I can. And then I don't want to have that hassle of Hamilton right behind me. Okay, so we're boxing, it's 80 kilometers and the pit limit is right near the stop line. Start finish line. Wonder which one of these guys are going to follow me in as well.
Box this lap, please.
The tyres starting to get a little bit worn. 40% on the rears there. We are doing a 2-stop strategy. Finger on pit limiter. Oh shit! Oh, I thought I was going to hit that. I'm terrible at pit entry. Terrible. So almost hit the almost hit that Armco barrier. That would not have been good. So both Mercedes gone. They kept going. What's Perez doing? Perez going as well.
Exit now.
Alright. Let's see what happens. No, we're going to be racing a few cars on exit. Go.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat on those tyres.
Alright, these should be, they are brand new. Let's close that, we don't need that. So we've got to get some heat into them. At the moment they come out of the blankets at 85 degrees. That's not what we want. That's not a good operating temperature for the tyres. Oh shit, too much curb and the car just got a little bit light there. Hey Ark, how are you, brother? I'll get to this straight and I'll be able to read that comment. So this is what the other side of you does. Yeah dude, this is like the main thing for me, F1. Loving it. So this is season 2, 50% race distances. And there's actually a poll, so there's a vote which you can go to. And if someone wants to do the command, so exclamation vote, it'll come up with a little link, and you then get to choose what car I'm going to be in for next season. There's 4 choices. Love for you to vote. Give me some direction on what car you want me to take into season 3. That's a big cut. Whoops, sorry about that. Matt, you're my bloke with the commands, dude. You're killing it. There's a car. Who's that? That's Hamilton. What's he out on? Out on the ultra softs. Okay, so he's doing a weird strategy. He's going to go with the yellow soft tyres next round and go long, I think. That's a weird strategy for him. He really needs to get bias to try and make his tyres work. We've got the harder compound, the red marked super softs. He has the purple marked ultra softs. So his will degrade a lot faster than ours will. Hopefully get some DRS. See if we can get one car. Maybe two. Do it, Danny Ricciardo. Lick the stamp and send it. Cover it off. Give him room. He's still on the right. Give a little push. Thank you. He's still there, and we cleared him. Hamilton did not, so that was Leclerc, who was quite punchy. Let's hope Hamilton takes one more lap to clear him. Got to turn down my energy. Or my fuel, sorry. This is full on. Thanks, dude. Hopefully, can give you a good. Oh, what am I? First, effectively first. Fantastic. Back into it. Hopefully, I can give you boys and girls a nice, entertaining stream and a good race and some hard battles. At the moment, we're still. I don't know where Valtteri Bottas is. And we're still fighting for that first position because Hamilton was pretty quick in that first stage with his tyres. Oh, Bottas is behind him. Very good. What I can do is lift off coast just a little bit, save a little bit of fuel, and save this battery just for 1 or 2 laps. Hamilton now past Leclerc. Alright, he's coming for us. So we've got one more stop as well. Pit stop information.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time.
8 laps time. What was it? Lap 18. Teammate.
Gap to teammate behind is 60.0 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. The time last lap was a 1:37.5.
I'm searching for that DRS. My thumb's going up to that button and I'm just waiting for it. I'm starting to get the hang of turn 1, just letting the brake off a little bit towards the end of it, just to get that proper rolling speed into that apex. That's, sorry about that. It's pretty blind corners through here. Vettel with the fastest lap. I wonder where he's going to end up. I think he was down at what, P17 or something, or did he go up a few spots because the other cars took some grid penalties? Driver behind.
Hamilton is behind you. Our gap behind is 2.8 seconds. They're on ultra softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:36.
Thanks, Mighty. It's already entertaining. Thanks, brother. So at the moment, going through my mind is conserving the battery a little bit. So if Hamilton does catch us, we've got the battery to play with, plus we've got our extra fuel on board. It is a bit heavy, or it's making us a little bit heavier, but also it's something we can play with to try and get some extra speed down those straights.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
So there we go. So now we've built that up quite a bit. We've still got +1 lap of fuel. Where's our teammate? He's in a battle. In the mid-pack. Weather report.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dry seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Too early of a turn in. Too early of a break as well, so lost a lot of time there. I think that'll start on easy. Yeah, dude, with F1 there's a sliding scale with the numbers as well, so you can go all the way up to 110. So it's pretty cool how they do that. It's kind of, I was going to say kind of hit and miss, but no, it's kind of accurate between all the tracks, because some people will be better at other tracks than they will at others. So you might be really good at, Circuit of America, but you might be really bad at Silverstone. Whereas that just highlights it with the AI. The AI normally are pretty good at Melbourne, at Australia, the first round. I can't get anywhere near them in Melbourne. And then as the season progresses, I can start to get further up the field and further up the field for them. So as you can see, look, Bottas is on a different tyre. Bottas is on the soft tyre now, and you've got Hamilton on the ultra soft. So I think they're splitting the strategies. That's pretty clever. Wish Carlos would be up here with me to try and help me out. Driver behind.
Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 2.7 seconds. They're on old ultra softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old.
Alright, so I think
They've got one more stop. The time last lap was a
I'll be good at Hungary. Dude, I was good at Hungary as well. That's one of my good tracks. One of my favourite ones is Brazil coming up. I might not be the best, but I love it, and I think I'm just a little bit better than other tracks around here as well. Such a nice, tight, twisty circuit. So we're thinking about Hamilton and his tyre strategy. He has to change tyres pretty soon, and he will most likely go to the yellow mark soft tyres, which is a slow tyre. We are in front of him. We have the better tyre on now because I reckon that one has quite a bit of wear on it. His purple marked ultra softs. And we're then going to go to another set of the red marked super softs. I need Ricardo to help me out. Yeah, true. Well, if that pole is going the way it is, it might be in a Red Bull next. Might be in a Red Bull next season. So. I hope it is Red. If it is Ricardo, I hope he doesn't get any retirements like he has been. He's had really bad luck in this game. I wonder if they model the percentage calculator to then somehow mimic real life with the amount of retirements he has. So, barring any mishaps, like off-track excursions or really big power unit failures, I think we're looking for a podium at the moment. It'd be hard to catch back up to Hamilton on the very top. I think we were minus 48 points from him. I think. What have we got? 4 more laps to our pit. It's a long lap, isn't it? Still 4 more laps. I'm liking that corner now that I'm getting it a bit better. How long are you playing? Oh shit! How long are you playing overall? For tonight, I'm going to finish up just after this race. We've got to go to Betty Buys. Got to wake up reasonably early. But dude, I'll be back on one of the other nights. I don't have a stream schedule up at the moment. It's still kind of flexible. Ooh, purple. It's still kind of flexible at the moment. I'm trying to get set times. Previously I did have Saturday mornings and maybe a Sunday morning, but then that's changed to now doing the later times. I'm just seeing if that works a bit better for me. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the compliment, Chain. I'm guessing it's pronounced Chain Zero. Let's check. Next time I get a spare moment. Let's not do it around the corner. Driver behind.
Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.0 seconds. They're on ultra softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Oh, they do have one more stop.
Last lap was a 1 minute 36.3. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Full race update.
You're leading the pack. P1, Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.3 seconds. They're on ultra softs. Pit window opens 2 laps time. 13 laps to go.
Alright, so if you're wondering, if you're tuned in and you're wondering why is a Renault leading the field and beating, another purple, beating the field at this time in the career, it's because our on-paper performance, so the performance points has us equal with Mercedes. So let's stuff that up. Equal with Mercedes on performance. So we are pretty much second on the leaderboards, but with a little bit of a tweaking with the setups, and we've got some good, I think we've got good tyre wear actually, and really good engine. And this track is just loving this car at the moment. So that's why we're pretty much on par with the Mercedes, and we're able to keep this margin in front of them. So we've qualified P2. Qualified P2 behind Hamilton. Actually got him around, let's say turn 2 maybe. Maybe. And we've had one pit stop on lap 8 to get rid of our ultra soft tyres. We've put on the Red Mark Super Softs. We're now going to pit in one more lap's time to go and do another pit stop for... Ooh, Hamilton's in, I think. Hamilton's in. Now this is... Oh. Yeah, he's going to come out. He's not going to do the undercut on us. Is he? You reckon, boys? What do you reckon? We're going to stick with our strategy because we're going to have better tyre to the end. Ooh, another purple. So the tyres are still actually pretty good in that first sector. Not good there, over that ripple strip. Need to brake a little bit later, so we've burnt off a fair bit of fuel. Need to brake a little bit later, so... Change Row comes from Romania. Hey, dude. Hope you love your F1, because that is what you tuned into. No F1 this week. Next week, Azerbaijan, which is going to be awesome, I reckon. Tyres are starting to lose it a fair bit. We might be losing a little bit of time to Hamilton. Where did he go on? He went on the Super Softs. Okay. So he didn't go on the yellow mark softs. He's going to go a couple laps longer than us on the red mark Super Softs. Bottas might go a bit longer and then at the very end go to the purple marked Ultra Soft. So that would be pretty good to see if the team actually does a split strategy. Oh shit, I'm really sorry about that. Did not mean to do a big cut track like that. So a couple more of them, I think maybe one more of them, and I will then get a penalty. So got to be mindful of that. Okay, teammate in the pits. So we can burn these tyres now. They are getting taken off at the end of this lap. Mighty, you need to pit. Yeah, dude, this is lap 18. We are pitting. Okay, let's see how we go with entry to the pit. So it is on manual. Don't want to get a penalty, so I do go a little bit more cautious than I probably should. Still flat through that, which is good. Try and pick this turn-in point, which is nice. Okay, so finger on the pit limiter. Now this comes up pretty quick. That just there. I'd rather not get a penalty, so I'd rather just go a little bit cautious. So I do love F1. Planning to go to Hungary soon, maybe next year. That'd be. Oh, I thought I was going to go past my pit box. That'd be a really good circuit to go and check out. I reckon that'd be ace. Now we've got Hamilton behind. Is he going to? Shit, he's going to jump us. Oh, you're kidding me. Alright, Hamilton up ahead. Bottas up ahead. Still needs to pit. Now, like I said, at the early part of this race, I'm going to call a race prediction time. So let me know, what is your prediction for my finishing position in this race? So we finished all of our pit stops. We shouldn't really come across any back markers or any other traffic which will affect us. So Hamilton's pit stop phase is finished. Mine has finished. Bottas still has one pit stop to go, I'm pretty sure, who's up ahead in the lead. Now we do have +1 fuel, and we've got 9 laps left. We are on slightly newer tyres than Hamilton, I think 2 laps, but he used them perfectly and he actually got the undercut. He was quite a fair bit behind, maybe about 2 seconds. And now he got ahead of us. So, what do you think race finishing position is going to be? Do you want to know any more info before you make your race prediction? Ooh. Second, unfortunately, they're the first one in there. I reckon Hamilton did that sneaky thing and undercut me, and that worked really well for him. Will his tyres last that little bit extra? Will they last to the end of the race? I don't know. Purple. I definitely can't get another cut track penalty, or rather a cut track warning, because that'll result in a penalty for me. I think we caught him a fair bit in that. Ooh, Smiles is going P2 as well. Still no DRS. There was something then over the radio about some bad sensor or something on a value of 0, so don't know what that was. So the first thing I've got to do is catch him. Second thing, pass him. Third thing, hold him off. Oh shit, hold him off for the rest of the race. We had that DRS. Yeah, we do. So we're in DRS range. We got fastest lap. I'm going to save that fuel for the back straight. Driver in front.
Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was at 1:35.7.
35.7 and we did 34.5. So, are we taking too much life out of our tyres as well? Let him go a little bit too much there. Got to burn off that extra fuel. Got the DRS. Not enough. Not enough. So we need quite a bit of power to try and get back up to him. Oh, I hate this.
Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
I hate the virtual safety car. So Rocken's out. So I normally lose out on this because I can't keep that top right in the green. Like I try and get that gap too far out. Bottas did not take advantage of that and go into the pits.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta.
Going green? Okay, so we lost out a bit there, I reckon.
Okay, clear.
Virtual safety cars and safety cars don't really benefit me because...
Yellow flag.
No overtaking, alright. I can't get into the rhythm of the safety car and know the proper point to back off and then also get back up to racing speed. Oh, that's bad, no. Alright. 6 more laps. Bottas has to pit. I don't think he can go to the end. If he does, he might be consigned to P3 because Hamilton and I are going to catch him. Come on, man, you can do this. Thank you very much for the support. No more safety cars and we might have a chance. Trying to manage the fuel as well at the same time, just at the right points.
Okay, you're in his third gear. Get past him. We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
That was very close. I thought my front wing was going to take a chip off then. So turn 1 might be a good point if we get a good run off the back straight. We're in his dirty air. I wonder how the game simulates that, plus if it does extra tyre wear. It does a little bit, I can feel it just push me a little bit wider. Damn it, got a bad exit off that. Should still pick up DRS, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get me through there. Hamilton is quick out of the corners. You need to get real close to him. Yeah, dude. Carefully. So that last corner, something I've got to try and keep real close to him with. Oh, a little more angle. Alright, what about now? Is it long enough? Is there going to be the send it up the middle? Oh, good swipe by him. They need to be much more alongside him, just there. Maybe he might stumble when Bottas gets there, but then again, he's going to get the DRS for Bottas as well, so. Okay, just here. I'm going to get a real good punch off this corner. Not going to happen, turned in a bit too late. Bottas is slowing down a bit. I think he is, and I think it's because of his tyres, so. Okay, we might need to line that up for next lap. We haven't got that many laps left. You did try and save a little bit of battery as well. And then that's when I can then maybe have a crack at him. Yeah, you gotta drive smooth and clean. That was not, that's a bit too much curb. I'll say you run rich until it's out. Ooh. I'm gonna try another time, one more time around that back straight. Just gotta try and stick to him around here. A little bit better. Try and square it off. That's much closer. We've got DRS. Is this it, boys? Is this it? Closing speed is massive. Walk him out to the outside, don't let him come back. Oh. He's still there. That proximity is still red, so he's right there. Now he's going to have DRS if he keeps with me. And we've still got to get Bottas. Bottas should be easier, but it's still Mercedes. Alright, breathe a little bit now. We've still got Bottas to get, and we've got 2 laps. He didn't pit. I thought he was going to pit for some other tyres, but no, he stuck it out on those softs. He did the one-stopper. So I've got Hamilton, the hard one. Now, what's going to happen with me and Bottas? Is that P2 still going to ring out? Or am I going to get that P1 position? Still got Hamilton behind. I've got DRS. He's got it as well. Bottas still pretty good off that corner. His tyres must be worn out. For the championship, I'm happy for Bottas to get the first, but not Hamilton. But ideally, I want to get that first position. Let's slow her down that last corner. Here we go. Oh shit, I left the brake off too much there. Alright. I think if we can hold this, this would be a fantastic result. Okay, our tyres should last as well. So we've got 31% on the rear. Now we've still got a Mercedes behind us. So we're still going to have to do some kind of, what is it, power out of this corner. Because they're going to get the DRS and I'm not going to have any of it. Easy. Now hold it. That's the plan, dude. They are pretty far back. Is Hamilton going to get past Bottas? Or is Bottas going to hold him off? If I give Bottas the DRS, then I think he'll hold Hamilton off. But I don't want to hang around to give him that opportunity to keep getting that DRS. I want to scoot off a little bit.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap. Final lap. Got to keep it nice, steady, on the track. No penalties, nothing wild. We might already have fastest lap as well. There's no point for it in 2018, but you do get a point with your rivalry. So rivalry with your teammate, and then also with your with Vettel for me. So whoever the other person is that I picked as my person to go against to battle it out. Let's use the fuel. They are pretty much behind. Let's watch the cars. Let's see if Hamilton does get him. No, Bottas staying out ahead. I don't know how. I don't know how on those tyres. Not getting too excited yet. Not just yet. There's still a couple of corners to stuff up and all. Oh, I'll get little cut corners on as well. And that's it. Gonna round that corner and hit that pit wall. Alright. Alright. Jimmy, you run rich to the end. Needed to make sure I had that fuel, but that was good. Oh, thank you very much, boys and girls, for sticking by and watching that.
To secure the top step of the podium today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts.
So I missed it during the stream, but I want to give a quick little shout out to Haribo. Thank you very much for hitting that follow button, brother. Flying Kitty in a rainbow donut for you. You're a bloody legend. Also for Chain Zero, mate. Flying Kitty in a rainbow donut for you. You're a bloody legend also. Bassy05, thanks again, brother. Much appreciated for hitting that follow button. I really appreciate it. And Ishemi, mate, same as always, same as the other boys. Thank you very much for hitting that follow button. I really appreciate it. Flying Kitty in a rainbow donut for all of you. All you blokes and girls are bloody legends. Smiles. Could get GG. I'm off to do some Project Cars. Dude, Project Cars. That's a fantastic. That's my other game that I play as well. So thanks very much for sticking around for the race as well. Arnold, there you are, brother. Haven't seen you for a while, but thanks very much for stopping by, dude.
It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your...
You boys and girls who come past and checking out the stream, I really appreciate it. That's why I keep coming back and doing this. So I hope I give you some entertaining streams, some entertaining content, and I hope I get you guys to stick around for future videos. So if you really do like it, hit that follow button so you know when I'm going next.